level amateur experience. He had an amateur bout for Anthony Pettis' fighting championships in Milwaukee.
Wow, okay.
And got the knockout win against a very tough Russian opponent.
Wow.
Saevon has good takedown defense, good hits. He also fights out of Nice Guy submission fighting. Jeremy Miramontes just got the win. So this will be Nice Guy submission fighting's final fighter on the card. They're 2-0. We'll see if they can make it an even 3. But models his style off of a mixture of Canelo Alvarez and Izzy. And when you see him throw hands on the inside, he's really quick, hits hard, and he's thinking it's going to be a round 2 TKO tonight. He wants to give a shout out to his sponsors as well, Wind Supply Evansville and Reverts Rehab.
All right, and here we are with Epperson Family Screen Printing. Don't forget to stop by and give those guys a holler. Again, you can find them at eppersonfamilyky.com.
Thank you, Brandon. Saevon getting the final instructions from his corner. Gonna get the Vaseline put on it. This guy's an impressive guy. Again, a lot of his fights are really in tight, and I don't mean heavy grappling exchanges. I mean, he throws quick combinations, digs the body, works
stays in the pocket.
In the pocket. And
I love to see it. Canelo is one of my favorite fighters as well. I love his style. So if Saevon Canto comes in fighting anything like that, I will instantly be a fan.
We're in for a treat. Let's turn it up. Let's meet his opponent from Garrett Furtick.
Set to make his way, Zach Westlund.
All right, Zach Westlund also making his pro debut, 4-1 as an amateur. He's got a wrestling heavy style. Trains out of Queen City Grappling Club in Dayton, Ohio. And quiet guy, but seems very confident in his wrestling in this fight. Again, both guys looking to make themselves 1-0 in professional MMA. And he has one sponsor, and it's Greenhouse HVAC. Thank you so much for sponsoring the fighters. He's looking to wrestle and win at all costs. A nice striker versus grappling affair again in our pro debut at Future of Fighting 7.
All right. Another barn burner of a fight scheduled. I mean, again, I started looking at this fight card when I came in tonight, even before, and, you know, just kind of meet the guys and sizing them up. Some of the guys I didn't know coming into it, but now that I see them, I talk to them, I know how hungry these guys are. I know how prepared they are.
Yes.
This is not your average run-of-the-mill pro debut for either of these guys. They both come in very experienced with some very tough opponents already under their belts at 6-1 and 4-1 as amateurs.
Absolutely. I do believe we are in for a heck of a fight here. And
Zachary Westlund has not taken his eyes off of Canto since he stepped in this cage.
No, he has not. He is looking to prove a point. Let's get these fighters introduced. Let's turn it over to Garrett Furtick.
Please present our first professional bout for 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. We introduce first the blue corner. At 5'8", weighing 136 pounds, making his professional debut after a 6-1 amateur career, with 3 wins coming by stoppage and 1 by submission, sharpening his skills in the Nice Guy submission fighting from Evansville, Indiana, Saevon Canto. Now introducing the corner across the cage, fighting on the red corner. 75'6", and coming in 136 pounds. As an amateur, his record stood at 4 wins to 1 loss. Tonight he makes his professional debut, training with Queen City Grappling Club and fighting out of Dayton, Ohio. Ladies and gentlemen, Zach Westlund. Referee, Vincent.
I know what you're thinking right now.
Man. Those eyes are still locked.
Zach Westlund is not taking his eyes off of Saevon Canto. He's treating him like a piece of meat that he wants to destroy.
Here we go. Let's see how it goes. I'm willing to bet we see a finish here in this fight.
Yeah, I think it's highly likely. I like the leg kick from Zach Westlund. If he's going to be taking shots, if he's going to be shooting for takedowns, he's going to need to establish some striking.
Man, the speed on Canto already.
Quick hands. He's an impressive guy.
There's our first elbow of the night. Professionals can throw.
6 elbows are legal in Louisville, Kentucky, too.
Oh, good Lord. Here we go.
I don't even know how to call this, how the sport develops.
There's the first one we've seen in Louisville, Kentucky. History is made here tonight.
The first one, the first tomahawk elbow landed by Saevon Canto. Now, Zach Westlund in deep, body lock, single combination. Canto stuffs it.
Looking for an outside trip, but it didn't work. And Zachary's doing a really good job of keeping pressure against the fence. I mean, you can see that Canto's barely even on his feet here. He's being pressed so hard.
Yeah, great head pressure in specifics from Zach Westlund. He's really driving the head into the jaw. I love that. Good control. High underhook as well. Controlling the fight.
Saevon Canto doing a good job of using that elbow as a frame to get some space between the two of them, but he loses that space again.
Now, I like Saevon's play here of pushing the head to the side in the clinch. However, if he wants to get off the cage, I think he needs to dig that left underhook and start to turn his body a bit.
Exactly.
If he's going to keep pushing the head, he's probably going to continue to be smashed with his back to the cage.
Now here's where I might switch to a head push.
Yes, there we go. Good defense by Canto.
It was good work.
Zach Westlund felt pretty confident that he'd be able to get a takedown in this fight. So far, good defense by Canto.
And believe it or not, I mean, you know, these guys are using a lot of gas against the fence here.
One of the more grueling positions in MMA is right here. So much going on.
You don't get to rest.
None.
And just enough time to break away, throw 1 or 2 strikes, and then right back into that closed distance.
Now, remember, this is our first pro bout of the evening, so we've gone from 3 3-minute rounds, 5 3-minute rounds. Now we're at 3 5-minute rounds for a pro fight.
That's right.
And Zach Westlund doing a good job here of eating some clock. He ate a knee right there.
Picking up the single, moving over to the high crotch, but unsuccessful.
Lots of control here. Saevon's going to have to start working his back off of the cage.
For sure, because even if he's not getting damaged, even if he's not getting taken down, this still counts as cage control for Westlund.
Yes, in a close round, this could be the determining factor of who gets it.
Oh, big knee. That was
Westlund.
Nice technique.
Nice knee with the legs too. Those are vicious.
And now
Westlund
a nice outside trip.
Takedown. Canto tried to do the step through, almost like the Ogoshi or the judo throw, and Westlund was ready for it.
Now he's looking for the half pass, but Canto looking to get back to his feet.
Canto's going to need to grab that whizzer.
There was a good wall walk on his way back up, and now Westlund is going to have to do the work to get him back down.
I don't like Canto giving his back. He needs to grab that whizzer overhook.
Fight the grips. And now he should be looking to sink those underhooks so that he can get off the cage like you were talking about earlier, because if Westlund continues this control, it's been almost 4 minutes so far of Westlund pressing Canto against the cage.
Yes, and with getting the takedown and landing the knee, it looks like Westlund may be pulling out this round.
It could be so far. I mean, that seems to be the tale so far. Let's see if Canto has an answer.
Nice elbow by Westlund.
Oh, there's a big knee.
Canto. Will he be able to stop the shot?
Westlund now looking for that double.
Hands locked together.
Canto now digging that left underhook, but not able to get it.
Beautiful defense by Canto.
Pulls him right back up. That's good work.
But I'll tell you, Zach Westlund is like a leech to Saevon Canto. I mean, you can't get any separation for a second. Big elbows, those will hurt.
We've seen knockouts like that before, so you have to be really careful looking for those single legs.
Travis Brown versus Josh Barnett back in the day comes to mind.
That was the exact one I was thinking of. There is the 10-second clap that is going to bring a close to our first round of our first professional fight here tonight. Wow. All right. I feel safe in saying I believe that Westlund may have taken that round.
I agree.
Just a lot of control, a couple of takedowns.
Yes, and you know, it's not that Zach Westlund landed super damaging shots. I think Saevon's defense has been strong, but when you're allowing someone to hold you against the cage and throwing those rabbit shots and continuing to push for takedowns, it's a good way to lose a round. So definitely a close round, but I'd have to lean towards Westlund.
Those were huge elbows.
Bounce back.
Yeah, those were big elbows that landed. I'm sure that Westlund was feeling those. Canto was throwing those with some ill will.
Now, both guys just fought their first ever 5-minute round. Brandon, when you went pro, how did that feel when you had the 2 extra minutes on the fight for the round?
I tell you, I was prepared for it going in, and then halfway through that first round, I thought, surely this is almost over. And no, it was not.
5 minutes is a long time to fight another human being, let me tell you.
Let alone multiple rounds.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, touch gloves. We're starting round 2. Saevon with a nice right hand.
He slipped that jab and countered. That looked really good. Let's see if he can keep some of this distance between he and his opponent this time.
Wild kick from Westlund. He looks to like that hook kick. Saevon,
wow,
nice
big knee.
Whoa, Westlund throwing bombs too. He's no joke.
Catches the kick, high top takedown, big knee to follow.
Right hand. Wow, Westlund's tough.
And Canto really coming alive now. He gets the takedown.
Will Canto take the back? He trains at a great jiu-jitsu school. He doesn't seem to be interested in grappling.
And to the wall they go. Now fighting the grips.
Good wrestling by Saevon Canto.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job of controlling this distance now.
That was a nice knee and another one to the body. Canto, you got to get off the fence. This is not where he wants to be. Canto with a dominant first minute. We'll see what the gas tank does. He expended a lot of energy, landed a lot of good shots, but boy, Westlund is still in the pocket and smothered.
Absolutely. He's going to continue to take damage off the fence until he gets back into the same mode he was just in, out in the floor. We'll see if he can't circle off and get some space between he and his opponent, because right now Westlund is making a repeat of round 1.
He is. Canto with a big knee.
And a double leg.
With a butterfly. Beautiful. Canto's got to put the pressure here. He cannot be on the back foot. If he's going to pull this fight off, he's got to stay moving Zach Westlund backwards. The wrestling style, look at that. Strong. This is where Canto shines. Now, I've watched a lot of footage on Canto. In the pocket. Quick shots, quick hooks. He needs to get his back off the fence, though, Brandon, if he's going to use that game plan.
Absolutely. This doesn't look good in the judges' eyes. You know, they're all sitting around watching this going, well, you know, Westlund is in control. Looks like a low blow. And Canto will have up to 5 minutes to recover.
And I'll tell you, this is such a furious pace. And this is such a smothering style from Zach Westlund. I think it's in Canto's best decision or best interest to let this wait a little bit. Catch your breath a little bit. You just took one, a low blow. That's a foul. You got 5 minutes. Use them.
Looks like he's ready to go, though. Here we go.
He's tougher than me, Brandon. I would sit out as long as anybody would let me.
Sure, of course.
We'll see how Canto gets the hands.
Oh, wow.
Good right hand by Zach Westlund. Oh, big right hand by Westlund.
And a double leg out in the open floor results against the cage now.
Taken down right in front of us. Now Canto's going to look to play off his back here, it looks. This close to the cage, I expect Saevon Canto to try to get some space here, start working his back to the fence, getting to his feet.
The guard was open there for a second, but no opportunity to pass. Westlund may be very content to stay right here and press Canto against the cage.
Westlund with strong top pressure. Big elbow from Westlund. Canto playing butterfly.
Big strikes landed right here against the fence, right in front of the commentary table.
Good separation by Canto. Westlund trying to take the bag. Canto playing the angle. Notice Westlund position-wise, okay? Not taking super risks, heavy top control, and then burying one of the arms so that you can't base yourself.
I'm seeing a Kimura attempt out of Canto here. Not sure if it's locked up. I can't tell. He's got it tucked inside.
Looks like.
But with his back against the fence here, I'm not sure he's going to be able to get the space he needs.
Yeah, that's going to be quite the energy abuser. Canto fighting with everything he's got to get back to his feet.
This is good control again for Westlund. Looks like, oh, big elbows there from the bottom. And Canto, I'm not sure he wants to make this an exchange right now because he could get the worst of it. Less than 30 seconds left in the second round, and these guys are fighting at a furious pace within inches of our booth.
Heavy top control right now from Zach Westlund. And I'll tell you, when he postures and explodes, he really lands hard shots. Really hard shots.
There's the 10-second clap to conclude our second round of 3 here tonight in our first professional bout between Zachary Westlund and Saevon Canto.
Great second round. Exhausted.
Tickets available soon at futurefighting.com. We're also making sure you go to our website for all other events and merchandise. Follow us on Instagram at Future Fighting the Bay. And if you're taking pictures this evening, use the hashtag FOF7 when posting to social media.
So, you know, I'll be honest. I think Zach Westlund is up 2 rounds to none. I think Saevon Canto is going to need a knockout here to get the W.
I agree with you on that. If Canto doesn't come out in this round and secure a victory, it looks like it very well could go to Westlund on a decision, but you never know. That third round can go completely to Canto, and then one of the judges could see that second round as, you know, either way, you know, so who knows? He needs to stay in the fight regardless of what the outcome is. He needs to push on that gas until he comes out with that victory.
Agreed. We are 1 round away from our first potential decision of the night in a night of finishes.
Hey, I tell you, normally I don't like to see fights go to decision because it's just really somebody's opinion, but I wouldn't be upset to see this one go the distance because it means we get 15 minutes of fights.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. This is a good fight. Really good fight. Saevon Canto, tight boxing. Oh, good left hand.
Huge exchange right off the bat, but here we are again. Canto against the cage, and Westlund landing those shots.
It's been rinse and repeat for Zach Westlund. We'll see if Canto can stop the shot. Now, I like that he's playing the wizard game here. He didn't do that in the first round. I thought that led to him being controlled a little longer.
He's looking for those knees, and he's landing them. But he has to be careful throwing them too, because if Westlund catches one, that's an excuse for a takedown.
Absolutely. Shooting in on the single. Nice cross face by Saevon Canto. Super Saevon.
He's got to be careful turning his hips like that because Westlund can take advantage and get a backside trip there.
100%. Canto looks like he's wearing that fatigue a bit. He might be waiting for his time, realizing he might need a knockout. Getting a little energy stash so he can throw bombs. Zach Westlund not going to give him much room to do so, though.
Looking for the single to double switch, but again, unsuccessful. And Canto's doing a really good job of defending the takedowns, but if he stays on that cage, he's going to continue to take damage to his legs and have a hard time walking tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd like to, there it was.
There's the spin and a big knee.
To the body, that hurt him. That hurt Zach Westlund.
It sure did.
Hurt.
And he's now looking for that single leg again. But again, Canto does a good job of stopping the takedown, but here we are.
And there it was again, another big knee, and Westlund is hurt. I'm telling you, Westlund is hurt to the body. Canto needs to keep ripping to the body. He could get the finish here, and that's exactly what he needs.
When you start to see that leg come up to defend those knees, that's when you know they are landing and taking their toll.
Yes, oh, another huge right knee to the body. And a left knee And a body shot. Oh my goodness, Saevon Canto.
Oh wow, that body shot may have dropped him. I know it looked like a takedown as well. It may have been a little bit of both.
Oh
wow.
One.
Can he stuff this takedown? Because
he
if
needs
so,
to
it puts him in a
wear
good place.
the body out right now. This could finish the fight. I'd go elbow to the soul, to the ribs, to the sides.
Look, that target right there is red and swollen on the low short ribs of Zachary Westlund.
Boy, though, I'll tell you, for anybody that hasn't grappled in long grappling exchanges before, you see the fatigue on Canto's face, don't think it's because he didn't train. My goodness. Westlund is all over him. Westlund has eaten, 6 unanswered knees to the body in this round and continues to drive forward. Shows what kind of shape he's in, shows what kind of heart he has.
Under 2 minutes now remain left in this fight between Zachary Westlund and Saevon Canto, and what a war it's been. Big elbow lands from Canto.
Westlund is tough as nails. He has eaten Saevon's
down for the double, shots. And he gets it, but can he secure a position? Here he is in mount. Now looking for the back.
Westlund had no interest in putting the hooks in. I think he wants to ride. Looks like that's his game.
He's now hooked the right leg there and now can kind of sit on that ankle, but lets it go. Canto looking for that Kimura control, but loses it as well, and now Zachary has the back.
Canto running out of time here. 1 minute and 15 seconds to go. He's gonna need to grab that whizzer on that far side. That'll stop that takedown.
Canto now scooping up that leg again, much like he did the first time, and securing a pretty good position here against the fence.
Now, interesting here, Brandon, with us having 50 seconds to go, Canto cannot give up big shots here because I believe he's won this round with the body shots despite the control. That first round was close. Who knows which way this fight will go if Canto can hold on here. Beautiful takedown. Canto just exhausted. Smothering style from Zach Westlund.
Those big shots, I can hear the thud all the way across the cage.
Beautiful roll through. Got to grab the whizzer.
Man, what an awesome reversal that was.
Turns it through. Wow.
Oh, wow. And these guys are giving it everything they've got in the last 20 seconds of this match. And there's the 10-second clap. It looks like we're going to go to our first decision of the night.
It sure does, unless he pulls off a Toby Amato, Jorge Masvidal reverse triangle. Way to go, boys.
What an amazing fight that was.
Tough scrap.
Man, this replay, look at this constant action from both of these guys. They are throwing some bombs.
Yes, they are. Saevon Canto with those beautiful body shots. You know, I feel like the story of the fight tonight was Zach Westlund's pressure, his control, his wrestling, his takedowns, and the way that he rode through those positions, rolled with the punches, rolled with the elbows, rolled with the knees. I believe Zach Westlund got this done, but this is a close fight. I believe it comes down to the first round of who takes it. Our first decision here at Future of Fighting 7. 8 fights in before we get our first decision on fight number 9. But we still got 3 fights to go tonight. We'll be in the lightweight division, a catchweight of 165 in our co-main event, and then a heavyweight main event that everybody in the arena is excited about. We just had a heck of a fight in the professional bantamweight division of Future of Fighting. 2 guys that I would love to see back in Future of Fighting. I think they both have very bright futures in the sport. Zach Westlund and Saevon Canto. Pro debut. Someone is going 1-0.
it's time for the decision. Your first judge on the hour, season 30-27. All judges Dave First and Senator Jew, both sitting 29-28. For winner by unanimous decision, Zach Westlund.
Gentlemen, I am here with your winner, Zach Westlund. Zach, you told me in the back, I'm going to wrestle him. I'm going to wrestle. You did exactly that. Crazy pressure. I mean, the cardio, brother, you got cardio for days. Is this how you saw the fight playing out?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what we worked on. Just, you know, he's a great striker, and I have a strong wrestling background, so I might as well use it. Pressure, pressure, pressure. He's got a great gas tank. You know, I consider myself probably one of the more cardiovascular people in the gym, and he kept up, so it was awesome.
Yeah, you definitely have cardio for days. Zach, you took a few knees to the body in round 3, and you continue to drive forward and get the takedowns. How hurt were you during those exchanges?
I mean, just like a general punch, they sucked, but he got one really clean, knocked the wind out of me, so like I had to get my breath back. But as I kept pressuring, you know, it's hard to get your breath back when you're breathing heavy. So, sure. But I got it back, and I was good to go.
Well, you battled through. You're 1-0 as a pro. Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. Hey, Dad, I know you couldn't make it tonight, and I know you're watching. My dad's watching from a hospital bed. And Dad, I fought my ass off tonight. Keep fighting for me.
That's awesome. Give it up for your winner, Zach Westlund.
You did not have nothing left to prove, nah. This for me though. I'm just trying to stay alive and take care of my people.
What a pro debut by Zachary Westlund. Now moving on to 1-0 as a professional here at Future of Fighting 7. Hard-fought victory. Tough opponent in Saevon Canto, but still able to secure the victory here tonight.